Hi everyone, and welcome to another very exciting video. I had some thoughts about the iPhone X and iPhone 8 Plus recently that I wanted to share with you, and specifically I'd like to tell you why I bought the iPhone 8 Plus and didn't wait for the iPhone X. So right after the keynote in September, I was convinced that I wanted to wait for the iPhone X. This great screen and Face ID sounded really exciting, no matter what this thing costs and how long I have to wait to get it. Well, a few weeks later, something changed. I was at the Apple Store for a completely different reason and saw the iPhone 8 Plus. And true, when you look at the front, it looks like every iPhone sold in the last 3 years. But holding that thing in your hand just feels completely different and so good. So I tried the camera and the new portrait lighting mode in store and was blown away. And if you love taking photos, and I do, then this is really a big deal. And also the Taptic engine giving me feedback and the responsiveness of the whole UI felt just amazing, especially when coming from an iPhone 6s Plus like I did. After that experience, I said to myself, cool, I'm going to get this new camera feature and everything else with the iPhone X too, so let's just continue waiting. But then I started thinking and comparing. So Apple has this great website where you can compare all currently available iPhone models. And what I did was comparing my old iPhone 6s Plus against the iPhone X and the iPhone 8 Plus. And I had the silver version of the iPhone 6s Plus and went for the black version or space gray version of the iPhone 8 Plus, which I really think looks a lot better than the silver one because it gets this kind of bezel-less feeling, at least on the two sides. And we do not really need to talk about the display of the iPhone X. This is so incredibly cool, and this is also the main reason why I wanted to get the iPhone X, because it looks so much cooler. But then I said that I want to take the display out of the equation and have a look at all the other details. And it's quite surprising how similar these two devices are. So they have this slightly different display, but they have almost the same camera. The iPhone X, of course, has Face ID, which is going to be cool, but Touch ID works for me too. And they both have this incredible new A11 Bionic chip. And this is amazing. So you get the same phone for a lot less money, or at least you get the same technology for a lot less money. And also the iPhone X and the iPhone 8 Plus both come with wireless charging, and I really like wireless charging. So no reason for me now anymore to get the iPhone X because it's also included in the iPhone 8 Plus. Capacities are the same. The display is, of course, better at the iPhone X, but as I said, I wanted to take it out of the equation. Size and weights are not too important for me, so also took that out of the equation. And since I came from an iPhone 6s Plus, I got splash water and dust resistance as a bonus here, which already was added with the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus. But again, the chip is completely the same. The A11 Bionic chip with the neural engine, the M11 motion coprocessor, and so on. And as for the camera, there are slight differences here between the iPhone X and the iPhone 8 Plus. Here especially the telephoto lens, which is slightly better, and the dual optical image stabilization. But have a look at the photos I already took with the iPhone 8 Plus, and I really think they are incredible. And these are photos from a phone, and I'm already content with that. So if the iPhone X adds a little bit more value to that, this is something that you have to decide for yourself. But I, for myself, was content enough with what the iPhone 8 Plus does, so I wanted to save some money here. And as for the video recording, and especially the slow-mo video support for 1080p at 120 FPS or 240 FPS is available on both devices. So again, look at this example here. This is incredible for a smartphone, and you don't get stuff like that in very expensive cameras. So also available in the iPhone 8 Plus. And as for the front-facing cameras, there again, identical, except of course for the portrait mode with the front-facing camera and portrait lighting and Animoji, but these are things I do not take selfies that often. I don't think that I would be a heavy user of Animojis. This is a nice feature to demonstrate what Face ID or what the front-facing camera and all these sensors are capable of, but not really a feature for me that is worth paying this higher price. So no more differences here except for the power and battery, where the iPhone 8 Plus is actually a little bit better than the iPhone 10. And all of that brought me to the conclusion that I could buy an awesome phone right now that has almost all the new features that I want, or I could pay $200 more for a cooler design and a few additional features, but I had to wait for at least, and I emphasize the at least, another month. Because as you might know, it is predicted that there are going to be supply constraints through spring 2018, and you can't really be sure that you belong to the lucky ones pre-ordering at the perfect time to get an iPhone 10 right on November 3rd or a little bit later. So why did I get the iPhone 8 Plus? Because it has all the great new features that I want, I could pay $200 less, and it was available right now.